Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm just making some last minute notes while I wait for a few people to jump in. Happy Saturday. I got a few things to talk about tonight. There's still some stuff going on down there on the border right now. So I know that I put out there that I might do a double live stream. Hi, Search for the Truth. How are you? I did put out a message in the community section that I might be doing multiple live streams tonight because we were gonna go to the Trump rally up in Green Bay today, but hi, it's snowing right now. Yep, we got a big old snowstorm all day. What day is it? What is this, like April 27th? Okay, spring is supposed to be here, not winter. But we have, I think, like 3 inches of snow or something like that, and it's wet snow. It's like super wet. Um, so we didn't go to the Trump rally because that would have been a nightmare to drive from Rockford all the way up to Green Bay. So I'm gonna have to go to a Trump rally when I get to Phoenix. That's for sure. But for my love of Trump, I'm wearing my Trump Make America Great Again shirt that I just got. I'm not going to show you the rest of the shirt because I'm not wearing pants. That happens in my live stream. Ask Mr. Atomic. Sometimes I don't wear pants. Let's see. Hi, Seek Delta. Hi, Melinda. Rhonda. Margot. How you guys doing? Search for the truth. Your eyes. You're looking, you dirty boy. It's like, I think 60% of my viewers are men. When I look at my analytics, I think it's 60% men, 40% women. So all the men are like, yeah, you're not wearing pants. Yes, I'm not wearing pants. And if I didn't tell you right now, Mr. Atomic would have, because he has a big mouth like that. Anyway, I have some good news, you guys. I got a house. Finally, it took it's super nerve-wracking when you move across country, trying to find a house to rent because you get nervous about fraud. I definitely already ran into like 3 cases of fraud. So I had to go through like a management company, and I really didn't want to go through a management company. I just wanted to go with like a person to person type of thing. But I had to do what I had to do to get a house, and it's a really nice house. It's got a lot of room. It's got a place where I can build a studio. So when I'm filming, I've got, I'm not just sitting in my bed, right? So thank you to my moderators that will show up here eventually in the house. I know Mr. Atomic just walked in the door from running out to the grocery store. He'll be on in a sec. But I always count on my moderators to keep the trolls out of here. So let's get to it. All right. So border update. Oh, my pen isn't working. Hi. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to start out with United Constitutional Patriots because I know you guys know I'm one of them, and there's a lot of shit going down right now. I made a brief video a couple days ago to confirm this information, but I don't know how many of you saw this, so I'm just going to briefly go over it. The commander who was arrested and was in jail, he was attacked in his sleep by the other people that were in his cell, pod, whatever you want to call it. Coincidentally, they were all of Hispanic descent. I don't know why they let the inmates watch the news there. I mean, hello, that's like a privilege. But apparently all the inmates were watching the news, and of course up pops United Constitutional Patriots and a picture of the commander. And of course the news labeled him a racist, even though he's not a racist, because really we're anti-illegal. It doesn't matter what color skin you are, what religion you are. I don't care. You could be a white Canadian trying to come in illegally, and we'd be like, boop, see ya. Come in the right way. Thank you. But anyway, the fake news labeled him a racist. And so in his sleep, several men decided to attack a 69, almost 70-year-old man in his sleep and kick and beat him. And he did have to go to the hospital. Hey, Lisa, thanks for being here. I see you. and he has a few, bruised and broken ribs, but he's going to be okay. Um, but regardless, it was really a shitty thing to do. Um, they are most likely not even legal, these people that did this. So that is what happened. That is the truth. If you read something about that in the news, what I just told you is the truth. So if it says anything else, it's fake news. United Constitutional Patriots is in kind of a media silence right now. That's why you haven't seen any of their videos on my channel. Just laying low for, a few days. They will be back. They will be filming soon. They will share that information with me, and I will get that to you because I know you guys live for that. So don't you worry. Atomic News is going to take care of you. Yeah. Migrants are still coming over the border in that area. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. And that specific area where United Constitutional Patriots was, of course, they're still coming over the border. In fact, in that area, they've caught 1,700 people in one night. One night. 1,700 people. And United Constitutional Patriots was not even there to help them because they've been busy moving their camp and taking care of all this bullshit fake news media, this left-wing attack from the ACLU. Yeah, so Border Patrol paid off, right? Border Patrol had to do it all by themselves, and I'm quite sure then many of them got away. Because that's what happens when you're one lonely man and you have to call for backup, okay? Because they do that. One Border Patrol agent, one man or woman, assigned to miles at a time. And so if you have an incident, they have to call for backup and pull those people from other areas to come help them, leaving those other areas unmanned. What do you think is happening in those areas when they're unmanned? A lot of times they'll send over just, a few, a dozen, and pull all the Border Patrol over to that area to apprehend them so that later down the road where they're not being manned, they can then cross the border with drugs. Yeah. There are drones right now. If you watch Conservative Anthony, it's really hard in his videos to see because he does it at nighttime, and it's really hard to see the flashing lights, but you can often hear the drone. A lot of times they send over drones to watch the action to see what's going on, if there's to see if there's anybody watching, to see where Border Patrol is. So the drones have cameras. Sometimes the drones have drugs. Yes, sometimes the drones have drugs and they drop. So there's no signs of stopping right now. It's it's an overdrive right now. They're still coming, you guys. They apprehended in 5 days 7,000 people, and 3,000 of those people were released into El Paso, Texas, and 1,200 were released into Phoenix. Hi, Black Bart, aka Mr. Atomic. He's here. Yay. So 1,200 people were released into Phoenix, and what they do is, like I've told you guys before, they drop them off at bus stations. And say thanks, good luck. Yeah. I'm not too happy about that. Let's talk about the Pope. You guys, today I just learned that the Pope Francis, donated $500,000 to migrant care, basically, for food, shelter, and care for the migrants that are trying to migrate, or as we say, illegally cross the border into the U.S. to become dependents of the country. And I say that because 70% of illegal immigrants are on some type of welfare, whether it be food stamps, or the majority of them have medical care. Okay, so they have a state medical card for, for those who are financially challenged. In here in Illinois, it's just called the medical card. I learned that when I first got here, and I'm like, the what? I'm like, what are you talking about? Um, in California, it's called Medi-Cal, or it was called Medi-Cal. It's called different things in different places, but a majority of it is medical care that they are getting. Some of them do get food, shelter, etc. But 70%. Kevman! Oh my gosh! Thank you for the love. I just got a super chat from Kevman for $49.99. He says, "Hey, I finally made your live show." Woohoo! You did. You did, honey. Thank you so much. Wow. um, you're gonna make me cry. Thank you. um, Hey, TKO, I see you. How are you? Long time no see. So yeah, Pope Francis decided to give $500,000 to the migrants. Yeah, let's just support them more. Let's give them money and support so they can continue to keep coming. That's all part of the migration pact, okay? The UN thing. Yeah. So, just so you guys know, speaking of support, George Soros is on record in a campaign contribution, two of them, okay, two of them. When you do a search for New Mexico campaign contributions, for the political races there, he donated twice. And if you do the search, you can find it yourself. I have a screenshot of it. I think I'll put it on the Facebook for Atomic News TV, because just so you guys know, I do have a Facebook. I think I'll put that screenshot. I'm gonna make myself a little note here, screenshot, and I'll put that up there so you guys can see it. That way you don't have to go through the whole search and where the hell am I searching type of thing. Okay. It's their donations to the leftist politicians like Governor Grisham and Veronica Escobar, who are anti-wall, anti-military, anti-National Guard, anti-UCP, anti-anything that stops immigrants from crossing the border illegally. So, gee, that's where the money's coming from, you guys. Confirmed. So you're going to have to go like my Facebook page if you want to see that. I'll post that after the live stream. Okay, so going on, you guys, April 19th, the CDC finally admitted the measles outbreak is caused by people from other countries who enter the U.S. and spread the disease. No shit, Sherlock. We've been saying that the whole time. And, I think it was my last live stream. Someone's like, well, why won't the CDC admit it? Why won't they say something? Well, finally, the 19th, the CDC admitted it's because of the migrants. They admit that they knew all along. Yes. So, you guys, sometimes we have to go with our gut. A lot of times we are correct. We're not stupid, right? You go with your gut. But 555 cases of confirmed measles in 4 months in the U.S., you guys. 555 confirmed in 4 months. Let that sink in for a minute. Okay? This is why the mayor of New York City declared a state of emergency over it. He issued an order demanding all unvaccinated residents in 4 zip codes get the MMR vaccine, including kids, babies whose immune systems were not yet developed enough to get that vaccine. Betty Davis says, got the notice. Don't want to miss you. Good. Glad you got the notice, because I know a lot of people say, hey, I didn't get a notification. Like, I don't know what YouTube does. Sometimes I think they have their head up their butt. And the notifications only go out to some people. Of course, Mr. Atomic says he didn't get a notification. I'm gonna have to check his YouTube later and make sure he didn't like do something. Oh, so I think briefly in another video, I talked to you guys about herd immunity when it comes to vaccines and illnesses like the measles. In Arizona specifically, the herd immunity has dropped. And when I say herd, I mean population, okay? Herd is a term like population. So the population's immunity has dipped because of the influx of migrants coming in with the disease. And children that are kindergarten and younger are more affected because they're not fully vaccinated yet. They don't have all their vaccines. They're close to it, but they get boosters later on through the school years and whatnot. So the herd immunity drops because, not necessarily because of anti-vaxxers, it's because the herd who is immunized is taking care of the rest of the people that are not immunized, okay? So when you finally introduce the disease into the herd, then those people that aren't immunized can no longer protect those who aren't. Those who aren't then get infected. So the answer is to stop letting these people into our country. But when is the government going to admit that is the answer and do something about it? I mean, hello? Stop letting unvaccinated people into this country. Come in legally, and before you set foot on soil again, be vaccinated. Sorry, mofo, but stick it. Stick the needle in their arm if they want to be a U.S. citizen, okay? I don't believe in anti-vaxxing. Rad Roofer says vaccines are poison. Some of them are. I'll agree with you on that, but I don't think all of them are. Flu shot, yeah. I'm anti-flu shot. Every time I get a flu shot, I get an infection in my arm. It doesn't matter how much they use that swab and clean and open a fresh new needle and all that. Infection, total cellulitis infection. I mean, we're talking like, one time it was like the size of a grapefruit. It was big. And I had to take antibiotics, and every single time, it doesn't matter which arm they do, so I can't get the flu shot. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. But the answer is to stop letting them come into the country all willy-nilly with no vaccines, or sick for that matter. High quarantine. If they're going to quarantine Ebola in Mexico, the people, from the Congo that are coming up that are, at risk or possibly have Ebola, we should be quarantining migrants for a period of time to make sure they're not going to transmit to the American population, okay? Because if you've seen the videos on my channel, they're all sick. All of them are sick. Quarantine them until they're better. Yep. I mean, if obviously the catch and release is not stopping, and they're just dropping them off at buses, so they're infecting the buses, they're spreading out all over the U.S. and infecting the rest of the people in the U.S. That's how it's happening. Just think of a big web and them traveling through that web sick. Yeah. So, in other news, border agents found a 3-year-old boy alone in a Texas cornfield crying on Tuesday. An immigrant child. Alone. 3 years old. Scared, crying, with nobody. The child had his name and his phone number written on his shoes. Agents attempted to reach his family, but there's no update on whether or not they were able to do that and what has now happened with this boy. They think that he was with a larger group that was running from Border Patrol and he got left behind. Left behind? Are you kidding me? Okay, obviously, if he was left behind, he's a recycle recycled child. Okay, it's child trafficking. He's part of that, unfortunately, because a parent like me or Mr. Atomic or you, if you're a parent, if you're running from Border Patrol, you're not going to leave your 3-year-old child behind in a cornfield and be like, good luck, bro. It ain't going to happen. You would rather get caught holding his hand and keeping him safe than running and leaving him behind. Okay, that is what a real parent does. They hold on to their child and keep them safe. So obviously, this child didn't belong to somebody that he was with. I mean, put the puzzle pieces together, right? No parents gonna leave their child behind. That's disgusting and sick. Hey guys, do you guys remember in Arizona, the tent cities, how Sheriff Joe Arpaio used to have the tent city in the jails, and he used to house inmates in tents, right? Viva la tents. CBP was awarded a contract for construction of a tent facility for families and unaccompanied minors at the Donna Port of Entry, which is in Texas. Okay, I had never heard of the Donna Port of Entry until this. I was like, who, what? Who's Donna? But the Donna Port of Entry is apparently in Texas. So they are going to erect. I said erect. Tent cities. I'm surprised they're not doing this in Arizona, but Arizona's kind of salty on that whole topic. It's a $36 million contract. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we could do that cheaper with some pop-up tents from Walmart, you know? But they want to hold 500 people in this facility. Making 500. It's probably going to be like 2,500. They're going to stack it. They're going to stack them on top of each other like they do in all of the other facilities. So 500 is not going to last for long. It's supposed to only be remaining operational for 4 months. But they did note that they're eligible to stay open till December. So my feeling is it's going to go longer because there's no signs of this stopping. That's why people and groups like United Constitutional Patriots are out there, because the government is not doing enough right now. And they obviously need to build these tent cities because of the influx of migrants. Pima County and the city of Tucson have opened temporary shelters for migrants because the churches are getting overwhelmed with helping. They're struggling. In fact, one church in Texas said, enough. We're cutting you off. We're tired. We've been working around the clock. We're spent. So that's why they housed migrants at a high school in Las Cruces over the Easter break. Yes, they moved them to the high school gymnasium over Easter break, and because the church was spent and tired, to give them a break. So they put the migrants in a school, and took the chance of infecting our children. That has got to be the most stupid move I have seen yet. If I was a parent in Las Cruces, I would be shitting bricks at government facilities, protesting, calling, getting an attorney. I would be the biggest nightmare they ever saw. And if that happens in Arizona, Atomic News will make it known everywhere. I have like 14,000 subscribers, 14.5 almost. If you took every one of my subscribers and put them in the jobbing.com arena in Glendale, Arizona, that's where the Phoenix Coyotes play hockey at, okay? It's a sports arena. I could nearly fill that arena. So do you know what power that gives me and you guys? We have a voice then. So, and I have the guts to do things like that. To get out there and use the masses to get the word out. That's the whole purpose of my channel, you guys, to get the truth out. Because there are still people out there that think there's no crisis. AZ Patriots got on video some guy who was donating diapers and whatnot to migrants, and he goes, "You do know you're supporting illegals and that are, you know," and he's like, "Oh, well, they're all vetted." And she's like, no, they're not. Hello, have you heard of catch and release? They literally process them and poop, bye. They're not properly vetted. Oh my God, these people are clueless still. There are still people out there that are clueless. So let's see, what else do I got for you? Because I'm going to take some phone calls in a few minutes here. So, you know, get yourselves ready. Not yet, but get ready. Yuma is so overwhelmed, they called the state of emergency, which we talked about. And the government is moving forward with government funds to build the wall in Yuma right now, just so you guys know. The government is stepping in there because of the state of emergency, and they're using military funds to start erecting the wall in Yuma, which is a good thing. Hi. So maybe all of the cities along the border need to declare a state of emergency. That way, the government can just go in and build, because that's what Donald Trump does. He knows how to build. So we have 56 people in here now, you guys, and only 26 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, where's my, I'm like trying to do it on my screen. I'm like, boop, go hit the like button. You guys, I think this was probably like 2 months ago. I had a video of the Beast, the train, okay? They call it the Beast. And it's a train that goes through the country of Mexico, and it's this huge, loud, crazy big train, okay? Right now, migrants are hiding out. They're hiding out of sight, so they can't be seen by Mexican police. And they are jumping on this train again to get up to the U.S. and riding it up there. I mean, they are piling inside this train like... Okay, imagine a chicken house where they're all, I mean, you guys have seen a huge commercial chicken house, right? Where I mean, chicken. I mean, everywhere. They're all, right? Okay, that's the way they pile into this train. And then they pile on top of the train, or they're hanging off the ladders. Totally dangerous. But this is what they're doing right now because they want to hide from the Mexican police. They don't want to be seen by the Mexican police. Mexico is getting really pissed off right now. Some Cubans and Haitians escaped from I guess a shelter holding area for migrants. They weren't allowed to leave the facility, and these Cubans and Haitians broke out and ran off. Okay, these are the same ones, if you guys saw that video where they were pissed off at the southern Mexican border, and they were getting violent, throwing things because Mexico wouldn't let them through the gate. You guys remember that video? Same people here. Broke out of the facility and took off. And now they're on their way to the U.S. Yes. That's what's coming up here. They've already proven twice that they can't fit into society. They are not acceptable members of society, and they're on their way. Yeah. So, Mexico did apprehend hundreds of migrants at the back of the caravan, the big caravan that's coming up right now. They detained hundreds of them. They went for the back of the caravan, you know, the stragglers, the weaker ones. They went for those. And now all the migrants are scared because they're afraid they're going to come get them and to be detained and sent back, because Mexico actually is sending thousands back to their country. Okay, so they're kind of going like, for lack of a better term, underground railroad. Okay, and they're taking other routes that they wouldn't normally take on their way up here. Going through smaller towns, jumping on the train, things like that, so that Mexican police can't catch them. Mexican citizens are turning their backs right now on the caravan. They're done. They're done with it. They're so sick of it. They say that they don't want food anymore, because the first caravan that came through in October, they got food along the whole way, right? They'd stop in one city and the city would feed them, oh, yay, migrants, woo-hoo. Well, the Mexicans are so sick of the caravans coming through and taking advantage of their resources and then leaving a fat mess for them to clean up. They're saying no. And the migrants don't even want food anymore. They want money. They ask for money. Can we have money? Mm-hmm. Bitch, no, you can't have money. Some nerve. They come up here feeling so entitled to stuff they shouldn't even have. I don't care what country you're coming from, what color your skin is, or what religion you are not entitled to us being your baby mama and baby daddy. That's essentially what it is. So the migrants have been forced underground and now to use armed coyotes to cross the border. Have you seen that? Have you seen that in the news? Okay, the coyotes are now armed with assault rifles in order to get them across the border because things have gotten so crazy. Okay, but there's no United Constitutional Patriots down there right now. They don't want them there right now. I mean, they are down there, but they're moving their camp. They're setting up the getting everything redone and going down there. They're down there. So don't feel like they've given up and ran off. Oh no, nothing would scare us. Nothing scares a true patriot. We are down there still. We're just working on things right now. But armed coyotes now. So that one lonely Border Patrol agent might have to go up against not only a herd of people, but an armed coyote. How do you think our Border Patrol feels? I know how I feel about them. I feel really bad for them. They have a very difficult job. So it's kind of bullshit what's going on. New Mexico, their government can suck it. So I'll take some phone calls now. If anybody wants to call in, moderators, you can throw up the number. I'm going to pull up my Text Now app. The rules, though: no blocked phone numbers, no unknown numbers. I don't answer those phone calls. I'm sorry. I have to be able to track them in case you're like a creeper. Okay. No prank calls. I'm just gonna hang up on you, even if though it might be kind of funny at first. I'm gonna hang up on you. So 5 minutes max on the phone call, okay? And you can get mad at me if I tell you, hey, you've hit your 5 minutes, okay? So the number is 779-333-9628. If you want to call and give your opinion on any of these things that are going on with the border. Any moderators, should you throw that up? Okay. So anybody wants to call, let me know. Give me a call, ring-a-ling. I'm going to read some of my comments here because I like to see what you guys say. ICE releasing illegals in El Paso motels today. Several loads, Mesa. Doesn't surprise me. Those motels are disgusting now. They're overrun by illegals. I mean, they're packed in there like sardines. It's kind of sad. Wild Hair says there is a crisis. Spider senses are off the scale. That's for sure. The mayor of Nogales thinks there's no crisis, but there's a damn wall there. Nogales can, yeah. You guys, Nogales is a city on the border in Arizona. There's like an American side, and then there's the Mexican side, and you don't go down to Nogales at night. It's too dangerous. Let's see. There was a fire set up in a shelter in Mexico. Oh, I didn't see that. I'll have to look into that. The motels are already full. They are in bans on the streets. Yes, yeah. Yes, they're roaming the streets, especially in Yuma. That's why Yuma called a state of emergency, because they're out there looking for their basic needs. You know, I'm hungry. I need food. I have no money or resources. I'm just wandering the street. What am I gonna do? They're gonna go find that food. Okay, whether it be breaking into a house, whether it be stealing from a grocery store, whatever. They're going to find their basic needs. They have to go to the bathroom. Where are they going to go to the bathroom? Okay, if, like, let's just say Yuma at nighttime, things close down, I'm sure. They're going to have to go find a gas station to go to the bathroom, or they're going to have to go on the street. It's going to turn into San Francisco, Let's see. I feel so sorry for the Mexican towns, Betty says. Remember the bean lady? Yes. Yes, pig food. Well, she got she got arrested. And I believe she was deported for assault, Betty. She and another woman assaulted the person that was housing them. Yes, that's what happens. Bean lady must have thought her house was a pig's pen. So oh, it's here we go. Peoria, Illinois. Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hi, Laura. I'm so glad I finally get to visit with you.
Yay! Who's this?
I am so excited that you're going to be moving to Phoenix, so I hope I get to meet you in person.
Yes.
Yes. It's like I need somebody to talk to that I can talk politics with. It's like you can't do it at work.
Right.
I think my best friend gets tired of me talking about it all the time. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you. I've been watching you for the past few weeks. I haven't been catching your live streams because usually I'm working. There's a 2-hour time difference.
Right.
And so by the time I get home, it's done because I'm working the late shift. The only reason I got to hear you tonight is because I got to leave work a little early.
Well, good. I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad. I'm only 4 weeks away from
finally
4 weeks away from moving. I can't wait. And I got a house. I'm so happy.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
Cool. Yeah, we'd have to have some way to start a little group or get together or something.
For sure. So what do you think about what do you think about everything going on right now?
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I couldn't, no, you're fine. I couldn't get back to find this Lou Dobbs little ditty that he did. And this guy was something with the Obama administration, but he put up what President Trump tweeted today. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, I tried to find it so I could write it down, but apparently he was really annoyed about these Mexicans with, AK automatics and everything, and he's like, don't ever do that again. Don't ever, mess with us. But, when you see all these migrants come, I'm trying to think ahead. I'm thinking, we may have to put the Army or somebody down on the border to take control of these cartels.
Yes.
And now all these migrants have come over, and they've had to pay them money. They probably owe them money once they get to the United States. They probably all infiltrated the United States. We could have like a civil war or something.
Yep. Well, I know that
like that.
Trump did say that, after, the two soldiers were detained by Mexican military, that he needs to look at things a little closer and that he may need to send armed military down to the border. I haven't heard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't heard word that he's officially done that yet. But God, I hope he
No,
does.
but I hope he doesn't drag his feet because he really needs to.
Yeah,
he really does.
He needs to do something because he's kind of been quiet lately. You notice that? Like he speaks on Twitter and stuff, but he hasn't made any major moves lately about the border. And I'm like, what is going on and why? You know?
Yeah. Hopefully he's thinking and all those gears are turning in his head and he's got a plan. But, oh my God. There could be another 911 brewing under our noses and we don't even know it yet.
Yep. I mean, they just burned down Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the bomber in Sri Lanka. I mean, it could happen here. It could happen here easily.
It could. They said with 9/11 that there were actually these foreign people had visas into the United States, and that's how they got here, to do what they did.
Mm-hmm.
These people need to be properly vetted. And here's another question. Why can we not take photographs of children?
Oh, you mean the migrants coming over?
Yeah. Why is that? I'm just curious about that.
You kind of can and you kind of can't. Like, you've seen videos on my channel where their faces were not blurred out.
Yes, and I love that. I love you have video of them. If we can't take photographs, what's the diff?
But I know I have heard that, and I don't understand why. You know what? I'm gonna have to make myself a little note and find out why. Why blurred kids?
And I'm trying to get a lot of stuff in my 5 minutes, but since I'm a nurse, and now they've got like 20 people quarantined for Ebola.
Mm-hmm.
That just totally blows my mind. I'm like, OMG.
Because that Ebola scare that we had a couple years ago wasn't enough, right? Let's just have another.
Well, you know what? This just popped in my head. What if this is a new form of germ you know what I mean?
Warfare. Yeah.
Germ warfare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
They want
Gives
their
you
land
something
back.
to think about. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little ditty. I heard today that they let off busloads. The Homeland Security let off busloads of immigrants in Mesa, which is just south of where I live here. And I know you've gotten a caller from Mesa before, and she doesn't feel safe where she lives going out.
Mm-hmm.
OMG. So good to meet you, Laura. I don't want to go over my time, so I'm so happy I got to visit with you and look forward to coming out here.
Me too. I'm glad you called. I can't wait till I'm there, and we'll have to have lunch or something sometime.
Yes, definitely. Take care, honey. Love you. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Oh, I cut off her bye-bye. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh, my hair is like tickling my nose. I promise you I'm not picking my nose, okay? It's tickled. If I was going to pick my nose, dude, I'd do it. Good for you, so don't worry. Leave it to Atomic News to be inappropriate. So phone lines are open. The phone number is 779-333-9628 if somebody else wants to call in and say, hey. I saw some people saying, hi, Laura. Sharon says, love you, Laura. Thank you. And Catherine, I'm glad you're in here. I know you missed my live streams a lot, so I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Wild hair. Nancy is known as Squirt Bottle? What? What does that mean? Mr. Atomic is yelling at me. And Mr. Atomic, I cannot hear when you yell at me. Oh, she spits when she talks. Okay. All right, I got somebody from Alabama. Let's do it. Hi, this is Atomic News. Hello? Hello? Well, nothing's there. It was on speaker. Whoever that was, try again. This is a $40 burner phone. I'm sorry. And I'm using the Text Now app, not even like a real phone number. Because they're creepers out there and I wouldn't give out my real phone number. Only other YouTubers have my phone number, like other content creators. Like Let's Be Frank. Okay, he's trying again. Here we go. Hi, this is Atomic News.
This is Kev, man. How are you doing?
Hey, Kev, man. How you doing? I'm glad you got through this time. I don't know what happened the first time.
How are you doing?
I'm
You're
good.
so funny. I called you, and then all of a sudden, it was just disconnected that fast.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it worked this time. So what's up?
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's snowing here.
It's snowing.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like all the tulips just bloomed because it's spring, and then now it's just gonna have some freak ass snowstorm.
Well, I'm one of them guys that believe in like the government controlling the weather kind of people. So I think they need to go on and leave everybody alone.
You're right. I know what you're talking about. That weather control. Oh yes, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and so I look at those things.
Yes, me too. And I go down the rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I go down all the rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And some of them, the minute you hear, that's just a bunch of bullshit. Oh, I cussed.
That's
God.
okay. I cuss all the time. Don't worry.
All right. You hear the bullshit, you're like, that's just bullshit. You're just trying to do fear porn.
Right.
Then you kind of look at stuff and you start seeing all the government patents and you start seeing the real paperwork and you're like, some of this stuff is real.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm a construction superintendent. I build buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on a military base.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm building a 13-story building. I'm the general contractor. I'm over the whole thing.
Okay.
And I was talking to the soldiers as they were hanging out with me. And, and they're just the greatest guys you ever met. And, and I said, so, have y'all been deployed yet? They said, no, sir, we have not. And that made me feel really old when I have a military guy say, no, sir. That made me feel like old as crap, and I'm not old.
I think they do that to everybody. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it just makes you feel old. I'm only 44 years old.
Me too. I'm 44.
Hey, are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
44.
Oh, wow. When's your birthday?
February.
Mine's October 10th. But no, it makes you feel old, and you're like, no, I have not been deployed yet, and, yes, sir, no, sir. I'm like, you're making me feel older than I should. And I was like, well, look, I hope you never have to see the war and to go through that. And they're like, well, something they said really set with me. They said it's coming sooner than you think. And that's all they said, and I just dropped the subject. And that's a true story. That just happened 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, these are great men. They're great young men. Excuse me. Men, young men, women.
Mm-hmm.
And that really hit my heart. They said, yeah, but it's coming. They already know. They know more than they can ever tell you.
Yeah.
And
I have a lot of people on military bases that watch me. I know they do. And I know Border Patrol watches me too. So yeah, they know a lot. They know.
They know something's coming, and especially the military, the men know. Well, actually, the men that I was talking to, guess who they were?
What? Who?
They were the drone people. They're the ones that fly the drones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they was in their hangars. I'm doing work on the airport. So, I'm a civilian contractor. We go in and build this stuff. I don't work for the government. No, I don't. And we just go in, my company does, so we go do that. They were like, they're the drone guys. And they was like, well, look, hey, my last name's Smith. They're like, Mr. Smith, come on, let me show you something. And they went there and showed me their equipment. I'm like, wow, I was amazed.
Wow.
They have some good shit. And I'm sorry I cussed again. I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to.
That's okay. No worries.
But it's so hard. They're the same age as my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to go to war for our country.
Yep.
That's a sad day in my book.
Yeah, definitely so.
And this border stuff, I think there's a lot more than we don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
I think that these other, I don't know what I can say because I know how YouTube is, but the North place over there, it starts with a K.
The what?
You know, the Kim guy, North Korea guy.
Oh, Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't know what you can say.
No, we can't. We can talk about that, dude. I'm kind of obsessed with North Korea.
All the other YouTube channels that we say that, we get blocked. But anyway, he just met with Putin.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, something. And we got this air treaty where they're over here in our country right now. Putin's spy planes are flying around our country right now doing the free air treaty. And they're flying around our country right now. I just don't have a good feeling about none of this.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
And I want to tell you something. Your shirt, I love it.
I just got it. I ordered it on eBay for it was like $10 with free shipping. I was like, one for me, one for Mr. Atomic, and then Atomic Jr. was like, "Where's mine?"
Oh yeah, I love your shirt.
Yeah,
but,
$10
anyway,
eBay.
What now?
It was $10 on eBay.
Really?
Yep.
I think I need to get me one.
Yep.
I'm gonna wear it to work.
You do. You do.
There's somebody say something. But nah, something just ain't right with everything going on. You ever just get that uneasy feeling in your stomach?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way I feel.
That's why I'm like,
So
why is he? That's why I was like, why is Trump so quiet? What's gonna happen? What's going on? I feel like something's gonna happen.
He's getting quiet. And I hate to say it, but Trump. You remember during the debates and everything with him and Hillary when she said something about, at least I have a plan to fight people, and he said, that's your problem. You tell everybody your plan.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember that?
Yep.
And that's the way you handle stuff. You don't tell nobody your plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just telling you, what was that, Fort Bragg or something?
Mm-hmm.
That all the fire went off on a military base the other day? Have you seen that?
No.
Look that up. I'm not sure if it's Fort Bragg or whatever.
Okay.
I'll text it to you. But
Okay.
all the civilians living on base, they had power. They lost their power for like.
Oh, I think I did hear something. Okay, now it kind of rings a bell, but I didn't read the article. Okay. I'll have to go.
All of a sudden they said, "Oh, it was just a test to see how they would react."
Mm-hmm.
That's a big crock of shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I cuss and I don't. Want me to? Just
It's okay. It's okay, but I do have to let you go because you're at 9 minutes.
No,
but
fine.
I gave you some extra time because you're special.
No, don't you ever extend my time. You got other callers waiting.
All right, honey. I'll talk to you next time, okay?
Yes, sweetheart.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's so nice. He's so nice. He got extra time because he's just so nice. So I have enough time to take one more call if one last person wants to call in. 779-333 Covfefe. 779-333-9628. If I'll take one more person if somebody wants to call in. But now we're talking about North Korea, you guys. Yeah, that whole thing with North Korea and him meeting with Putin. I love me some Putin, all right? I love Putin. He's big balls number 2. I call Trump big balls number 1, and Putin is big balls number 2. And, well, Kim Jong-un, he's so little. I can't call him big balls anything. So I'm gonna maybe he has marbles. I don't know. I'll have to come up with a name for him. But yeah, him meeting with Putin, not so good. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with North Korea because everything that happens there is really, really bizarre. Yeah, if you watch if you watch a documentary on YouTube about North Korea, you're going to be floored about everything that goes on there. The facade that they put on there when people visit, it's a show. Okay, a lot of things are facades, like the stores and stuff, and they're not really stores, and they just put it on like, this is life is normal, and it's not, and it's really freaking creepy. So Kevman says, I agree, Putin, big balls number 2. Kim has BBs. I think he's actually taller than I thought he was. Like, I thought he was going to be this short little man, but I think he's taller than I thought he was. Let's see what some of you guys say. I can take one more phone call, you guys, if somebody wants to call in. Catherine says there is no wall being built and no military. The border is wide, damn open. Yes, there is wall being built. I can assure you that it is. I actually have footage of it somewhere on my channel if you go back in my videos in the history. The military, there is some National Guard on the border, some, but not in New Mexico because of the governor. And there is some, but it's not a lot. And that's why Trump's like, we should probably send some armed military down there. After two soldiers were detained at gunpoint for being on Mexican territory, but in truth, the Mexican military was lost. It was our territory that they were in. Someone earlier said, back the camera up. I'm like, what, do you not like looking up my nose? No, sorry about that. I didn't mean to have the camera so close, but sometimes it's hard for me to hear on this cheap ass phone, the way I do this. So I was like, what, you know? So I apologize. You guys were all up in my face. All right. Somebody from Nevada. Hi, this is Atomic News TV.
Yes, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, I'm not too good. I listen to all that border news and I get upset.
I do too.
I heard yesterday or this morning they said the border over in California is wide open now. They've taken the border patrol off the border. Is that true?
I haven't heard that they took them off. But I have a source that I can go and ask and find out. Because I know, you know, I have contact with a couple other YouTubers that actually go down there in California or on the Tijuana side, so I can find out. Because I know that they would all have one lone border patrol at the very end of the fence on the beach there. And that's why all those people were able to run, you know, around there and get on through it and be free.
Yeah, I listened to Paloma for Trump and that conservative news. There's Blue, guy named Blue. And,
yeah, Oscar L. Blue.
Yeah, I think I learned them from your channel, so I looked them up and I pay attention to them. And man, those guys are good.
Yeah, they are good.
They're more American than most Americans are.
Right?
They live in Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Paloma has dual citizenship, but Oscar is a Mexican citizen.
Right.
Yeah, and then there's conservative Anthony, who's American, and he's in El Paso, but he's first generation Hispanic in his family here in the U.S. So he speaks very fluent Spanish, and he's always on the border in El Paso area.
Oh, okay. Well, they do a good job, man. It's amazing
Yeah.
how good of a job they do. I wish our country would do that good of a job.
Right. I can't wait to be in Arizona so that I can go to the border and report for you guys myself rather than having to outsource,
The other day, I was watching, I think it was Blue or Anthony, I don't remember which one it was, and they were going to show him a tunnel, and they had one of the patriots down there with a rifle protecting him to show him the tunnel, and there were two of the patriots down there with rifles going into a very dangerous area, somewhere around El Paso, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Those tunnels, they come through. They go under the train tracks, and that's where they come through.
Well, I just don't understand why the people in this country, especially the people down south, don't go down there and protect that border.
Yeah, I know. And it's our constitutional right to actually go down there. Even though United Constitutional Patriots does not identify themselves as a militia, because a militia technically is a much bigger entity. But we have a constitutional right to form a militia and protect our borders if our government is not doing it. So it's completely legal.
I would go down there, but I can't handle that heat.
Yes.
It is hot down there. I was in El Central one summer, and that was more than I could handle. I've been in Texas. And it was hot in southern Texas. Very humid.
When people say, "Oh, but it's a dry heat in Arizona," I'm like, it still sucks when it's 120 degrees. You're walking in an oven, and you need pot holders to drive your car and hold onto the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's going to slow down a little bit when it gets hotter, because the desert is unforgiving during that time. I mean, and I think the migrants will do things like jump on the beast train so that they can get through faster and not be, walking through the desert.
Well, the sad thing that just tears me up is the people that go in there and they die.
Yes.
This is so sick to even see this kind of stuff. But they man, you got to come in legally. And I feel so sorry for the people, but I can't. I don't know.
The kids. I feel bad for the kids. Being dragged across different countries just to come up here and be.
Well, they say those kids are brought into the country, sent back, and brought in again. They're rotated or something.
Once they get their a lot of migrants are admitting this is not my child, and they found 3,000 fake family units in the past couple months. And what they do is these people will take that child and send them back over the border, whether it be plane, bus, however, and then that child gets assigned to another adult just to go through the whole trip again and get them their golden ticket and access to the United States. And then it can happen all over again. There's going to be a whole generation of children that grow up angry because they were trafficked.
I don't understand why people allow that to happen. I mean, because I'm watching Paloma for Trump and Oscar Blue and these people. These are good people.
I agree.
And I know there's got to be more good people down there like that. Why aren't they stopping these people from trafficking these kids? I mean, if they're coming to their country, I'd be stopping them, saying, I'd take the kid and say, you'll never see this kid again. And I'd take it and go find a good home for it and raise it. I don't understand.
It's awful.
But
they're starting a pilot right now to try and do like DNA, like a quick DNA test, but it's super, super expensive for the country for us to do that. But they're going to be trying a pilot program where they test and try and DNA to confirm whether or not these kids belong with who comes with them.
Yeah. I just can't understand this.
Yeah. It's,
I don't understand how these men, these young guys, can use those kids like that.
Yep, and it's mostly men that are doing it, actually.
Yeah, well, I saw that one guy had that little girl by the arm that one night.
Yep.
And he just hung on to her the whole time.
Yep.
Man,
That is not how you hold your child. I don't care where you're from, what country you're from. If it's your child, you hold their hand. And you don't grip their upper arm like that, like a death grip. You just don't, unless you think that child is going to run or something is going to happen.
well, that's what he was doing. He wasn't going to allow her to run.
Yep.
He knew, apparently she had done it before.
Yeah.
He was going to hang on to her.
Well, they don't care. I mean, they don't care about these kids. Conservative Anthony, showed a video, in which I put it on my channel, where this mother, I guess you could say, was telling the kids to run across the freeway. They have...
Well, I saw that.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
And Anthony was yelling, "Stop, stop!" And these people were.
Yeah.
And then Paloma shows where these people are on the other side of the bridge. These homeless people, or been deported or whatever, they come up on that bridge on the interstate and go to run across and get hit by cars. She says they're doing it all the time. When the police arrest the people that hit they're in the car.
I remember in the 80s growing up, like in Southern California, like there were signs all the time down in Southern California that showed, like warning signs, like you would see for like a deer warning area or something, a deer crossing, but they were migrants, and you had the man first, the woman second, and then the child in tow in the picture, and the child, it looks like they're pulling the child in the air like the child was flying. So they're trying to tell you that these immigrants, they cross the freeway all the time and you need to be aware of it. But apparently it's still happening, and they don't care that these young kids are running across the freeway. It's ridiculous.
Right. You ever listen to the Hagman Report?
No.
The Hagman Report, he's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And Hagmann. And he has a guy on there named Dave Dobermeyer. And Dave Dobermeyer went to the Clintons' house the other day.
Oh!
And there was nobody around, the limousines and all that was there. And he was asking, where's all the patriots? Where's all the Christians? Where's these pastors that are supposed to be speaking out against this? Well, the same thing's going with that as on the border.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I could handle the heat, I'd be down there in a heartbeat.
Right.
I don't care.
You need to get yourself a neck cooler, where it fills up with cold water and it cools your neck. Those are lifesavers there.
Yeah, I spent a lot of years in the mountains of Wyoming where it's really cold, and
yeah.
I'm in the desert in Nevada now, and it's getting warm now, and I don't like it. In fact, I'm going to leave. I've had all I can handle this.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just can't handle the heat. If I could handle the heat, I'd go down there, because I'm retired. I have nothing going on, except I got a very aggressive dog. I don't think he'd fit in too well down there.
Mm-hmm.
He hit people, and I'm afraid that's something I can't let him do. So, well, I just wanted to call in and see, because you kept putting it up there on the screen, call in, nobody's calling that well, because I just turned you on to that. I'll call in.
All right, well, thanks for calling in.
I appreciate everything that you do, and man, I wish there was a way I could help those, like Paloma for Trump and Blue and those guys. I can't find a donation page or anything for them, or I'd donate to them. They might not be able to accept American money, so I don't know. Yeah,
you know what? Text this number after you call. I mean, after this call, text me, and I'll send you their links. I have those.
I know. Tell me that one more time.
Send me a text message just so to my number here after this phone call, so that.
I don't have a phone.
Oh, okay. Let me just write down your number then. Hold on.
Well, why don't you write down my email address?
Okay, you know what?
I don't answer my phone.
What happened? My phone flipped. Hi, there it is. Okay. Y'all got
You
to.
want my email address?
Yeah, you know what? I don't want you to give it out like on on air so that everybody has your email though. So, I'll in all my videos in the description box is my email. So you email me. That way your information is still private.
I'll do that.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
And I'll get you that
Appreciate
information. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling.
You have a great night. Okay.
Bye bye. I flipped the phone on accident. You guys got to see like all my packing, like my suitcases and my shoes in my closet. I'm like, oops, because we're packing. So, it's a mess in my house right now. It's kind of a disaster zone. So that was funny. I thought it was funny. Somebody here said something, his message got deleted. United We Stand said, this channel is a joke. There's so many uninformed people. Honey, if you knew who I'm linked to, I am well informed, let's just say, okay? I know exactly what's going on the border. I know somebody like commented on in the community section on one of my posts saying, you're not even on the border. You don't know shit. Snow? You're a lying bitch or something like that. And I was like, dude, I'm from Arizona and Southern California. I know exactly what's going on the border. Okay? Just because I'm here for 4 more weeks doesn't mean I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. If only he knew who I'm connected to. I can't give out my sources though because no good reporter does. So, that being said, yes, Rad Roofer says, United, you are uninformed. Clearly that person is. They are uninformed that I am informed. So, I want to thank everybody for being on the live stream tonight. Thank you for all my callers. Thank you for my moderators. I am going to go see how much it has snowed while we've been on this live stream, and I'm going to eat me some dinner because I'm hungry. But I just want to tell you guys I love you all for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Kevman, thank you so much for your super chat. And I'll do another border update on Tuesday, you guys, because shit is always happening. So I will do another live stream on Tuesday for you guys. So make sure you come back and check it out then. And until then, you guys, peace out.